In this video, we're going to show you how to modify a Maple worksheet to be used from ModelCenter using the Maple plugin. For this demonstration, we're going to use this worksheet that calculates the efficiency of a thermodynamic cycle that includes two feedwater preheaters. The input to the model is the pressures at which the preheaters are operated and the operating temperature and pressure of the turbine. The input specifications are specified as numbers in this region. Once executed, the model goes through the steps to arrive at the final value of the efficiency, which in this particular example is evaluated to be 0.3756 or 37.5%. In order to be used by the Maple plugin, certain modifications are necessary for this worksheet. The input numbers must be obtained using text areas. Similarly, the output quantities must also be displayed in another text area. Text areas can be inserted into existing Maple documents from the Components palette. A text area must be assigned a unique name so that it can be referenced both from the Maple worksheet and from ModelCenter. It is recommended that the users assign meaningful names that correspond to the variable the text areas will be used for. To access the input from a text area, one can use Maple command as shown here. Using similar methods, we modified this existing worksheet to look like this. Here, the underlying structure of the calculation remains the same. However, the input area has been modified so that the input quantities are obtained from a series of text areas that has been arranged into a table. Similarly, the output of this calculation is also displayed in a text area that has been named as efficiency to reflect the fact that it is the output. Also, it is important to note that text areas can be designated as editable and non-editable. The Maple plugin is programmed to recognize editable text areas as input quantities and non-editable text areas as output quantities. However, users can change this designation from ModelCenter. Once the worksheets are ready, we can open ModelCenter, drag in the Maple plugin component, open the worksheet that has been prepared, and specify which text areas are the inputs and which are the outputs. For this study, we would like to select the pressures P1 and the change of pressure delta P as the input, and we would like to study the efficiency as the output. The plugin also detects the types and the default values of quantities inside these text areas from the worksheet. As we can see here, at this stage, the Maple worksheet is embedded inside the ModelCenter environment, and any calculation can be made by manually changing the input quantities. ModelCenter also allows users to produce trade studies such as a carpet plot. As a demonstration, we select the pressure P1 and change the pressure delta P as the input quantities, the efficiency as the output quantity, and specify ranges of variations for the input quantities. ModelCenter will run through the calculations, invoking the worksheet at every time, and finally display the variation of efficiency as the input quantities are changed. This plot identifies a clear zone of optimized values of the input quantities, which is also reflected in the carpet plot shown here. For further details, please refer to the documentation of this Maple plugin.